All right, y'all, this is a recap of my weekend. We had a double header garden meetup. We started off at Wabash Feed. Here we go. So we are up here at Wabash Feed. They got this awesome classroom set up for us. We're going to be talking about fall gardening. We're going to be spending most of the time outdoors talking to everybody how to get their fall garden started. But here in a little bit, all these seats are going to be filled up, and we're going to talk to them for a little bit. So stay tuned, and we got a fun-filled day. We're going to be traveling. We're going to be going to another nursery after this. So see y'all in a little bit. After that, I drove about an hour and a half to Brenham to the Antique Rose Emporium. Awesome place, great people, and they have a lot of cool stuff. Make sure to check them out. We are currently up here at the Antique Rose Emporium. I don't know if y'all have ever been to the Antique Rose Emporium. It is up here in Independence, Texas, and it is a sight to see. Honestly, it is a beautiful place. Let me turn you all around. And this is the first time I've actually ever seen a Turks Cap with a little apple fruit on it, so I had to try it. So my buddy Mark Merriweather, the forager, is always talking to me about how I'm working too hard for my food. So right here we got a Turks Cap, which is a native hibiscus to Texas. Has these beautiful little red flowers, and they actually make a fruit. Now I've seen these before, but I've never seen one that actually had fruit. So let's go ahead and find one, and let's try it. They are in the hibiscus family. They are really cool. And you can look down, see if you can find a fresh fruit that's actually not dried up yet. Hasn't been eaten. Let's try one of these. A little bitty red Turks Cap apple. I've been told they taste pretty much like apples or kind of like cherries. They almost look like an apple on the inside. They taste like candy. I think the birds usually get to them before I can get to them back home, but they have plenty of them up here. Let's go see some more cool stuff. That is a 1924 Ford truck, and they drove it in the parade today. It actually runs. Really, really cool. I thought it was just decoration. These are so cool for trellising roses. Look at these. Wow, look at a bigger one over here. Wow. That is so cool for like climbing roses. I need to get one of these for my backyard. Another one of these arches. I gotta figure out someone who can make an arch like this for me. And check out the size of this cypress tree. Have y'all ever seen a cypress tree this big? I don't know that I have. So the reason this is called the Antique Rose Emporium is because they specialize in antique roses. You might be asking yourself, what is an antique rose? An antique rose is an old world rose from like Eastern Europe, where roses are typically native from. And when they came to the US, they started hybridizing and genetically modifying roses that made them especially fragrant. Old world roses weren't as fragrant apparently. So the older style roses, the antique roses, were more disease resistant, more cold tolerant, and they can handle our colder winters and all these diseases and stuff like that. The way they found a lot of these roses is from old immigrants' houses when they came from the old world. They found them at their houses, they found them in graveyards being planted there, and they would take cuttings and bring them over here, and they would try to keep that bloodline of roses going for more generations to go. So if you come here, you can actually get an old world rose that's going to do better for a longer time. They have climbing roses, they have bush roses. I don't know that much about roses, honestly. I'm just going off what I was told from the owners, but they have a really big variety, and I gotta admit, I'm probably leaving with a rose today. Right here we've got my buddy Sean and Jen from All About the Garden Picks, and they're showing off their awesome Charles Dowding seed starting trays. Make sure to check them out. I've got a link in my bio to show you where to get them. All right, so we're leaving the Antique Rose Emporium now, and I ended up getting a rose after I left, but it wasn't a regular rose. This was a desert rose. Well, and that was my whole weekend. Busy. I work 40 hours a week, and then I work all weekend long to go check out these awesome gardens, pick up some cool plants, and meet some really cool people. So hope to see y'all at one of my meetups. I've got one coming up next weekend at Fred Reyes Greenhouses on October 14th. I'll be there all day long talking gardening, probably getting some awesome adeniums since they're on sale. They have adeniums that are like $10 a piece for one day only. So very excited, and see y'all in the next one.